We import TensorFlow as TF. Then we print out the version of TensorFlow we are using. We are using TensorFlow 1.0.1. We import NumPy as NP. Then we print out the version of NumPy we are using. We are using NumPy 1.13.3. In this video, we're going to initialize a TensorFlow variable with NumPy values by using TensorFlow's get_variable operation and setting the variable initializer to the NumPy values. Alright, let's get started. First, we create a NumPy multidimensional array using NumPy's random operation. We're going to have the dimensions of 2 by 3 by 4, and we assign it to the Python variable NumPy_MDA. Let's print out the NumPy MDA Python variable to see what values we have. We see that they are floating numbers, and we see that the dimensions are 2 by 3 by 4. Great. What we want to do now is to use these NumPy values to initialize a TensorFlow variable with them so that the variable has the same values. To do this, we're going to create a new TensorFlow variable using TensorFlow's getVariable operation. We're going to give it the name tf_var_initialized_from_np. And for the initializer, we're going to pass our Python variable NumPy_MDA, which holds the NumPy values. Then we're going to set it to the Python variable tf_var_from_np. Let's print what we have. We see that it's a tensor. We see that it has the name that we gave it. We see that the shape is 2 by 3 by 4. So because it took in the values from NumPy, it was able to figure out what the shape was. And it also figured out that these numbers were float 64. So it figured out the data type. Just to make sure, let's double check that the data type of the NumPy multidimensional array was float 64 as well. So we print the NumPy_MDA.dtype. We see that it is float 64. So the TensorFlow getVariable operation was able to figure out not only the shape, but also the data type by passing the NumPy values to the initializer. Now that we've created our TensorFlow variable, it's time to run the computational graph. We launch the graph in a session. We then initialize all the global variables in the graph. Let's first print again our NumPy_MDA Python variable so that it's easy to visually compare the numbers. Okay, so that was our NumPy MDA variable. Now let's print our TensorFlow variable in a TensorFlow session to see what's inside. And you can see that the numbers have been generated. You can see that it's the same dimensions, and you can see that it's the same values. Let's look at the first one to spot check visually that it's the same thing. 13012673. 13012673. We'll check the last one. 01004758. 01004758. Perfect. We were able to initialize our TensorFlow variable with the NumPy values. Finally, we close the TensorFlow session to release the TensorFlow resources used within the session. And that is how you initialize a TensorFlow variable with NumPy values by using TensorFlow's getVariable operation and setting the variable initializer to the NumPy values.